Today's an exciting day if you're a Pixel fan because we have a big leak tipped at a launch date for the Pixel 10 series phones. We've been expecting it in the next couple of months. I woke up this morning, I was looking around, and everyone's saying it's going to happen on August the 13th, which is the same day that it happened last year. And I don't really dispute that. My guess was it was probably going to come out around the same time. A lot of people have been telling me it's coming out in May, it's coming out in June, it's coming out in July, it's coming out several months early. I just didn't see that. But one other thing I want to talk about is Android 16 will definitely come out before the Pixel 10 series gets here. And I want to talk about that. And you're probably wondering how I know that. Is it inside information? Is it something that I saw somewhere? Actually, I just used my brain and I put two and two together. So, Samsung announced, they released their One UI 8 beta just a couple of days ago. I made a video talking about this. If you're a Samsung fan, you might have seen it. If you have a Samsung Galaxy S25 Plus or Ultra, you could opt into the beta and try out their version of Android 16, which is One UI 8. Well, they let something slip. And I think Samsung maybe didn't realize that they're kind of circumventing Google here and putting Google in the spotlight because, well, they said something. And if you were reading, you would pay attention. So Samsung said that their new foldable phones are going to come out this summer. And we know one thing, that's going to happen in July. It's almost guaranteed. It's how it's happened for like the last couple of years, especially last year. The Fold 6 and the Flip 6 came out towards the end of July, right? Well, Samsung said that their new foldables will launch with One UI 8. Yes, that means that it will be the full version of Android 16 One UI 8 launching on a Samsung phone presumably in July. Well, that can infer one thing, that Google will get Android 16 before that. So my guess is probably early in July, we're going to see Android 16 roll out to our phones. I don't think it'll be this month. We have the quarterly feature drop. I'm just waiting and checking every day. You know, it used to be they had the whole cycle of the first Monday of the month. Today is the first Monday of the month. I mean, Google has screwed me over before. I mean, not intentionally, I guess. But, you know, I've made a video and I'm like, well, or I was waiting to make a video and I didn't because there was no update. Usually by around 12 o'clock, 12:30, maybe 1 p.m. at the latest, they'll have a news announcement. You'll see everything drop and be like, oh, the new update is available. Well, it's not available. I was waiting for to make a video today to see if it came out, and it's still not here yet. But who knows? An hour after this video publishes, maybe it starts rolling out. Google gets me again. That would be my luck. But we do know we're getting the quarterly feature drop this month, and that would be interesting because historically, what happens is they give us the new version of Android instead of the feature drop. So that we're supposed to get one quarterly, so June, September, December, March, right? That's when we get these updates. But the last couple of years, they don't give us a feature drop. They just give us the whole new version of Android, which I guess they're like, well, we're giving you all the features, right? So last year, we had an August 13 launch of the Pixel 9 series phones. And then a month or so later, we got Android 15. So it came out after the phone. So the phones themselves launched with Android 14. Now, this year, it appears that Android 16 will launch before the Pixel 10 series phones. I just can't see it any other way, right? I don't see it. If Samsung's advertising they're going to roll it out on their phones that come out in July, and if we have an August 13th release date for the Pixel 10 series phones, I can't see any way, shape, or form that Google would let Samsung steal the limelight and launch their own operating system for them, right? So it'll be interesting to see when we get this. I sincerely doubt that it's just magically going to drop this week, and we'll see whenever it happens. Usually when the quarterly feature drops happen, a lot of times they're delayed like a week or so. It seems like they can never get them out the first Monday of the month, and I know that Google put out an announcement like 2 years ago saying they're no longer adhering to that first Monday of the month update cycle stuff, which is fine. Honestly, that rigid date they used to have, I think left people holding out and created more heartache than ever it caused hope because so frequently they were late, especially in the Pixel 6 and the Pixel 7 days. So Google has really turned their ship around in the last year and a half with software updates, reclaiming the title of the best when it comes to pushing out software updates, security patches, and things like that. But it's also interesting if you're a Samsung user because if you had an S24, S23, some of those phones, you just got One UI 7 and Android 15 in April, just like 5 weeks ago. And now already they're talking about Android 16 and One UI 8 officially rolling out, presumably in July. So a lot of interesting stuff. It's like we used to have such a lull during the summers. Like, okay, LG and Samsung would come out in like February, March. Maybe you get a Google Pixel. Maybe you might get a new color of an iPhone. And then like mid-April, May, June, nothing. And then they would kind of start rolling out in July again. And it's like there's just been so many things going on these last couple of months. I guess you're trying to keep the phone circuit cycle alive more year round, so it creates more interest. But I'm excited about the Pixel 10 series phones. I'm interested to see if it does launch on August 13th. That would be the same day as last year. I'm totally cool with that. I like consistency and reliability. No problem. I wish they'd just pick out like, hey, the second Tuesday of August, we're going to drop it every year or something like that. I do like having that to look forward to. It takes some of the guesswork out of it, but then I guess that takes some of the fun work out too, because then you don't have people waking up going, oh, it's going to happen on August 13th, which is basically what happened this morning. And that's what I was reading. I woke up and immediately, like, one of the first headlines I saw was, oh, and August 13th is going to be Pixel 10 Day. So it'll be interesting to see if they all launch at the same time this go around. If you remember last go around, the Pixel 9 series phones launched. The pre-order started like 10, 14 days later, and it was over like a month later before the Fold even rolled out. And I'm crossing my fingers that Google will send me some of these phones. It was very nice that they reached out to me through their PR agency and sent me the Pixel 9a. I was happy to cover that. Good phone, too pricey, I think, but the phone overall, I think, is a decent phone. And so hopefully they'll send me the other one so I can provide y'all with the best coverage possible, because it's really hard for me to buy all four of these phones all at once. Like, it's a lot of stinking phones. It's like, I don't know, $1,500, $1,600 phone, $1,200 phone, $1,000 phone, $800. It's like $4,000 worth of stinking phones at the same time. So yeah, I would like to cover all four of them at the same time this year. Maybe I'll be lucky. Who knows? Maybe Google's decided in the last month that they don't like me, but I still like the platform. I'm still happy that I have such a great Pixel audience here, and we're getting close. We're getting close to the wire, and a lot of excitement, right? We've got the quarterly feature drop any day now. We've got Android 16 any month now, and now presumably the Pixel 10 launch date looking at the second week of August. So a lot of excitement if you're a Pixel fan. And it'll be cool to see what new features we get, what new AI, all that good stuff. I'm excited about the Tensor 5. I'm excited to see what we get with this first chip from TSMC instead of Samsung. I think that it's going to make a splash, and it'll be interesting to see what we get with this finally best of the best ideal situation for a Pixel-built phone from the ground up, basically. I mean, it's something that they've been working on for a while. We knew about this collaboration ending with Samsung years ago with the switch to TSMC coming. So people have been sitting around since the Pixel 8, like, can't wait for the Pixel 10. So the Pixel 9 made a statement. Let's see if the Pixel 10 could put an exclamation mark after the statement, right? So exciting stuff. Stay tuned. I will have lots of content on this stuff. So if you love Google Pixel stuff, you're in the right place. And as always, if you have any questions, comments, gripes, concerns, complaints, hopes, wishes, dreams, orders they got wrong at Taco Bell today, go to the comment section. We can talk about it. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.